Hi everybody, this is Laura with Jot and Tittle Typewriters, and welcome to this video of a 1952 Quiet Deluxe made by Royal. And this one it's a brown. At first, my husband thought it was gray, but it's actually brown. It has the green keys, and then it's got the chrome wings on the front. So it's a little bit different than the other Quiet Deluxe that a lot of people imagine when they hear that word. So if you are new to Jot and Tittle Typewriters, visit us at jotandtittletypewriters.com. We obviously repair and sell vintage typewriters, and in addition to that, we do things like this: typewriter pads, we do ribbons, typewriter covers, and starting the second week of March, we will have typewriter art. So we're very excited that our business is growing, and if you would give us a thumbs up on our videos, that would be really, really helpful for us. So thanks so much. Okay, let's take a look at this guy. So here is your carriage, and this one has the magic margins. Here's your paper holder, and as you know, paper holders come in really handy. And I love the Royal Quiet Deluxe paper holders. They're really nice. They're not flimsy or nasty looking. They're actually really, really handsome pieces that are part of the typewriter. Just adds to the whole thing of it. Okay. So, if you need to pop, this pops back and you can adjust your margins here. However, the magic margins are what that's for. So to set a margin, this is your carriage, and to release the carriage, there's a lever behind the handle on each side. Pull that in. You can hear the bell, it's a little faint. So you put the carriage where you want the margin. So let's say right here, and then you can hear it click. So that sets the margin. Same thing with this side. It's way over. I want to bring it in to maybe here. And you can hear it click. So that is how you do the margins. Okay, so maybe the margin's in, but you want to move it out. So you just press that in while you're moving the carriage and then release it. And so now your margin is set here, okay? But I'm going to bring it back in. All right, now this does have tabs, and to set your tabs, I'm gonna lift this up. And right here, you'll see the bar, and there's just these little buttons, and you press them and drag. And that is how you set tabs, which are just, if you're not used to tabs, it's columns, really. Most people don't even use it if you wanna indent your paragraphs, but there you go. Okay, moving along down here is obviously your cover, and underneath is the ribbon. So let's just pop this open. And inside you'll see an all black ribbon. And now this is a universal ribbon, and all of our typewriters come with fresh ribbon. If you need to order more ribbon, you can go to our website at jotandtittletypewriters.com, or I have a link in the description to our ribbons. The universal ribbons are a 2-inch spool, but if you have a different size spool, you can send that to us through our custom ribbon option. We'll wind fresh ribbon on it. You tell us what kind of ribbon you want, we'll wind it, and then we send it back to you. Okay, so touch control, this just determines how hard these type bars are going to strike your paper. Color selector right here. You do need to manually reverse our ribbons, and so this is your ribbon selector right there. Ribbon reversal. Okay, so when you get all the way to the end of the spool, it's not the end of your ink. You just need to reverse the direction. There is a lot of ink in that ribbon, and also since it's a single color ribbon, after you've used up all the ink, you can flip this ribbon upside down by switching sides of the spools, and then you've got like a whole new ribbon. So now you're going to use the other side of the ribbon, okay? I don't know if that makes sense, but hopefully it does. Okay, either way, that ribbon should last you a long time. Okay, let's go ahead and do a typing demo. Okay, so we're going to take our paper and we're going to set it right here and you just turn that handle. Make sure the paper comes underneath the metal bar. Now, if and I always like to double check and make sure my paper is even, which it is, but if it wasn't, on the right side, you move this lever forward, and that is your paper release, okay? And you can move your paper around easily, very easily, in fact, so you wanna be careful because it just slides all over the place. So get it back even, re-engage, and then put that bar back down. Now, on the left side, this lever here is your line selector, and this tells you if you're gonna advance 1, 2, or 3 lines when you hit your return handle. And then the silver lever next to it, if you pull that in, that actually releases the roller. So let's say you're trying to line up your the typewriter to lines or boxes on a piece of paper, and you just can't do it by turning the handle, then you release that rollers, and that helps you do a little bit of fine adjusting. Make sure you re-engage it, because if you don't, it's not gonna advance properly. All right, so let's go ahead and do our typing. I'm gonna double check. Oh, I can't see my margins. Okay, I'm gonna bring my margins in a little bit here. Okay, I think that'll work. All right, so this is a 1952. There's no number 1 on this typewriter, so we're gonna use a lowercase l, 1952. Real quiet Deluxe. And color selector again, so let's tab over. So this is a thinner font. Also, the keys on this typewriter do not, backspace, sorry. Backspace is when you make a mistake, you can backspace and then type over it. But remember, backspace does not erase. All right, so just FYI. Okay, tab, sorry. We're gonna tab over. So these have the thin tombstone keys on it. Some of the older typewriters, or newer, I guess I should say, late 50s, maybe early 60s, have a thicker plastic key. These are plastic keys, but they're thinner. What was I gonna say? Oh, also, the keys are a little uneven in terms of imprint. I mean, it's not bad, but you can see, especially the capitals, there's just a little bit of unevenness in the font. So just so you know. And I am gonna reverse this ribbon just to see if that darkens it up. Oops, oh. So when the bell goes off, that means you're at the end of your margin and you should hit the return handle. If you don't and you need to keep going, you just hit that margin release and you can finish your word. Oops. What am I doing? Let's just try this again. I wasn't keeping track of what I was doing here. Okay, let's try the red. Oh, that's right. There's no red on this. Hello. Habit. I'm gonna try something here. I'm gonna start over. So it does show that you can have red or black on this. However, we couldn't get the setting to work. So Rob has made it so it just stays on the black setting, and so you just can only use black ribbon on this typewriter. So that is something that you need to note, that even though it looks like you can use a black red ribbon or a 2-color ribbon, really it just needs to be a single color ribbon. We were having issues with that before, and so he's just got it set so it stays on one selection. Okay. Margin release. Okay, so this is easy to use, so it would work well with people with smaller hands. That being said, there are a couple issues with this. It doesn't skip very often, but it does skip every once in a while. And like I said, the cap letters are just, they're a little uneven. And then the color selector, you can only use one color. So the price on this is going to be a lot less than regular Quiet Deluxe typewriters. So this is a good option for those of you who are looking for a more budget typewriter. So it's not perfect, but it's still usable. However, that being said, I wouldn't use it for something like you're going to turn in. I wouldn't use it for like school papers or professional papers or anything like that. You could use it for letters, for journaling, for, you know, like your first and second drafts before your final edit of a paper, or a book or something like that, but not something that you're gonna turn in and it needs to be professional looking. So all that being said, it's still a great typewriter. Kids for homeschooling or something like that, this would be wonderful as well. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks so much for watching. You all have a blessed day.